Have you ever felt tired even when your life looks fine from the outside? Not sad, not hopeless, not burned out in the obvious way, just exhausted by being alive, waking up already drained, conversations feeling heavy, even rest feeling like something you have to manage. And the most confusing part is this: you can't explain why you feel this way, which makes you wonder if something is wrong with you. If you've ever felt that quiet exhaustion, this video isn't here to fix you. It's here to explain something most people never learn the language for. We have words for physical tiredness, we have words for emotional pain, but we don't really have everyday language for the exhaustion of existing. So people default to labels. I'm lazy, I'm unmotivated, I'm broken. But this isn't laziness, it's not a lack of discipline, and in many cases, it's not even depression. It's what happens when life stops feeling heavy in moments and starts feeling heavy all the time. Not because you're suffering intensely, but because you're constantly holding yourself together. Here's something no one prepares you for. Modern life doesn't just ask you to exist, it asks you to perform existence, to appear okay, respond on time, manage your emotions, have opinions, maintain identity, explain yourself. You're not just alive, you're always being observed by others, by systems, and eventually by yourself. Even when no one is watching, you're still monitoring. How am I doing? Am I enough? Am I falling behind? That constant self-awareness is exhausting. Think of existence like an invisible job. There's no clock in, no clock out, no weekends. Tasks include managing your thoughts, regulating your emotions, planning your future, making sense of your past. You don't get paid for it, you don't get acknowledged for it, but you're expected to do it well. Existential exhaustion is what happens when that invisible job never ends. This is why sleep doesn't fully help. You can rest your body, but your mind stays on, because the exhaustion isn't coming from effort, it's coming from continuity. There's no true pause from being you, no space where identity, expectations, and meaning are temporarily removed, so rest becomes maintenance, not relief. Here's the shift most people never make. The problem isn't that life lacks meaning. The problem is that meaning has been turned into labor. You're expected to find purpose, optimize potential, turn hobbies into outcomes, turn existence into justification. Meaning used to be something you experienced. Now it's something you're expected to produce, and that pressure quietly drains people. This state often gets confused with depression, but there's a difference. Depression is often numbness, despair, or loss of interest. Existential exhaustion is different. You still care, you still feel, you still show up. What's missing isn't emotion, it's spaciousness. There's no room to exist without effort, evaluation, or explanation. You're not empty, you're overfilled. Psychologists talk about something called cognitive load. It's the amount of mental energy required just to function in an environment. Modern life has extremely high cognitive load. Decisions, notifications, choices, self-comparisons. Even small things require thought now. Existential exhaustion happens when cognitive load stays high without enough periods of mental nothingness. Your mind never gets to idle. Many people experiencing this are high functioning. They work, they care, they support others, they're reliable. But reliability has a hidden cost. When you're the one who always holds things together, your own exhaustion becomes invisible, even to you. You don't collapse, you just slowly lose the feeling that being alive is light. At some point, many people make a trade. They trade aliveness for stability, expression for control, rest for functioning. It keeps life running, but it slowly removes joy, curiosity, and softness. Existential exhaustion is often the moment your mind asks, "Is this sustainable?" This exhaustion isn't a failure signal, it's a request a request for less self-surveillance, fewer justifications, more unstructured time, and permission to be unfinished. Not motivation, not productivity, permission. Permission to exist without constantly becoming. You don't need a dramatic life change to begin healing this. Sometimes it starts with smaller shifts, moments without evaluation, days without optimization, interests without outcomes. Not everything needs to mean something. Not everything needs to lead somewhere. Some experiences are allowed to simply pass through you. If you're tired of existing, it doesn't mean you want life to end. It means you're tired of carrying it. And sometimes the most radical act of healing is this: letting yourself exist without proving why. If you agree, leave the comment below and hit the like and subscribe.